Hello, and let's get started with a stack of packs from the 1991 Yo MTV Raps Musicards series. So we've got an amazing collection of artists that are in here and some really fun history to check out along the way. Over here is our podium. The best card that comes out will go on there until there is only one winner at the end. And we'll open up some packs and see what's inside. Let's get started with this music series. So each one has an instant win scratcher ticket to be able to actually attend MTV Raps in New York City. But they expired in, I think, 1992, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to scratch and win. However, we do get to check out all of the cards, starting first with Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. We got the LA Posse. And we got Queen Latifah. And another Queen Latifah. Double Queens, followed up by Cool Mo D. Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. Chuck D. That's a cool looking one. Maybe, I think Chuck has earned the podium position. So let's toss him into a sleeve and put him first and foremost on our podium spot. Welcome to the show. Let's see who else we could add to the lineup. We have Slick Rick. Trying to see where the best zoom would be. I think that focuses up well. Public Enemy. We got Flavor Flav and The Clock. Heavy D and the Boys. And we are on to pack number 2. And one thing I do like is these packs open nicely. There are some series of cards where the packs stick together, where it's really tough to pull them open. These open very, very smooth. Probably one of the smoothest. Ed OG and the Bulldogs. Heavy D and the Boys. We got Leaders of the New School. Oaktown's 357. Cool Mo D. Terminator X. Heavy D and the Boys. Digital Underground. Public Enemy. LL Cool J. There we go. All right. We are starting off very well. And I think there's a hologram potential in this set. So fingers crossed that we come across one. And right now we have Def Jeff. LA Posse. KMD. That's a cool background on there. Kind of texture matches a little bit of the blue and white in the clothes. It makes a nice kind of creative color combination there. So that's pretty neat. We have Leaders of the New School. Big Daddy Kane. Biz Markie. This has a value of around $30 or so in a PSA 10. So we'll put him into a sleeve. And I think Chuck D will still keep the podium for now. And we got Run DMC, Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D and the Boys, EPMD. All right, moving on up. If I remember, I think it's this way. And then there we go. All right, Brand Nubian. Ed OG and the Bulldogs. Got to see where the periods are. Helps with pronunciation. Kid Capri. That's a cool card. KMD. Digital Underground. We got Houdini. Run DMC. Big Daddy Kane. And LL Cool J. And EPMD. There we go. We are cruising along, and we are right now about to hit the middle of the run. This is pack number 5 of 9. Let's keep on going and see what comes out next. A Tribe Called Quest. That's a cool looking one. I like the neutral backdrop, solid color, and then them in front really pops in the photo and creates a nice contrast there. Because some of the backdrops are really, really busy, but that one's pretty cool. All right, we got Def Jeff. Daddy-O. Another Daddy-O. And these are different cards. They're just back-to-back. And so that's one cool thing. You get a couple different cards for some of these artists. Fab Five Freddy. Heavy D and the Boys. And this has a value of around $36 or so in a PSA 10. So we'll tuck that away. You know, grading itself, the process may cost 20 or 30 bucks, but who knows? We'll check it out later. But either way, it's cool, so we'll keep it in there. And we got Run DMC. Vanilla Ice. There he is, getting wild. We'll toss Ice into a sleeve. And just to think about the 90s, what was going on, early 90s, what these artists were doing. And some would evolve their careers in incredible ways. Third base. And MC Hammer. Always great to see a Hammer card. And we continue to roll along. The show must go on. And here it does with third base again. Different card, of course, though popular in our series. We got Brand Nubian. Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. Another Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. Back-to-backs. And we got Flavor Flav, Belle Biv DeVoe. And this has a value of around $42 or so as a PSA 10. So we'll tuck that in. Again, it may be worth nothing depending on condition, or near nothing, but still cool. Put that in our mix. We have EPMD, Vanilla Ice, LL Cool J, and MC Hammer. All right. Here we go. Actually, I'm going to open up from this side because I think that'll make it the perfect side. When we take them out, toss our scratcher. There we go. That was almost as slick a pack opening as Slick Rick, if I may say so. But you could be the judge. The Beastie Boys. That's a cool one. Gathered there together. Let's pop this into a sleeve. The Beastie Boys have a lifetime of musical and cultural impact. And just think, early 90s, what they were up to, and then even today, what they're up to. So I think that is a pretty cool one to find. We got BWP, Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, Fab Five Freddy, Boogie Down Productions, BDP with KRS, De La Soul, 3 Times Dope, Digital Underground, and MC Hammer. Very cool. On we go. Let me try this new method of opening up with the yellow on the left. Might make this whole process a little bit easier. We got Third Base, BWP, Black Sheep, Craig G, Fab Five Freddy, Eric B and Rakim, EPMD, 3 Times Dope, Young MC, and MC Hammer. What a way to end a pack. And here we're going to end the stack with the last one opening up. Who would you want to find? I think you have an idea of who's in here. Who do you want to see next? Well, let's find out together right now, starting with Oaktown 357. We got Slick Rick, the Beastie Boys, that's an interesting looking one. We'll toss that into a sleeve. And I wonder if any of these artists have their own trading cards. If they're or they trade them amongst themselves, who knows? Black Sheep, Fab Five Freddy, Eric B and Rakim, Digital Underground. That's a cool looking one. All the sunglasses and the reflections in the sunglasses, and just a cool studio shot there. And I wonder if any of these images were used for other things, like if they were used for marketing or on albums or wherever. But we got Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd, and lastly, Public Enemy. What a way to wrap this stack up. And now let's take a look at the kind of the big performers. I think Chuck D is still among some of the cool ones. We got Digital Underground, the Beastie Boys, another Beastie Boys, Belle Biv DeVoe, Vanilla Ice, Heavy D and the Boys, Tribe Called Quest, Biz Markie, and KMD. So there is our group for the current lineup, the current performance. What a show that would be if this was kicking off right now. So hope you learned something along the way and hope you had fun. There you have it. Until next time.